What's up, Las Crucias? How are you doing from your warm cave in New Mexico, where you're surrounded by CRT TVs and just watching everybody in the world?
All of the YouTube,
all the comic YouTubers. Yeah, you just have like spy cameras on all of us and drones outside our windows and shit. So, Eddie,
we appreciate you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eddie, you bought a T. Ravis box, he said. And,
I did get 2 T. Ravis boxes. I'm waiting for him to get here. I've got Jack B's is shipped.
Yeah.
And I bought whatever that guy is. I forget his
Jason.
name. Jason's box.
Never could figure it out.
Here.
Huh? Never could figure it out.
Yeah, that should be here. It says the 20th. So
yeah, I thought about getting one of those because it looked like some good books in there, but like I'm trying to avoid 50 book boxes, even if there's like 1 or 2 good books.
Well, his just has 10, I think.
Yeah, I thought 10. It was.
No, it was Allen's. Allen's was 50.
Oh, Allen's was 50. That's right.
Yeah, I avoided. I'm sorry, I did avoid the Allen box because I don't need 50 books when I can only keep 2.
What's up, KVDM? How you doing, buddy? Las Crucias, how you doing? So, Las Crucias, real talk. How many different monitors do you have, and how many different YouTube shows do you watch at once? Like, you don't have to show a photo of your setup, but I'm guessing, like, plus or minus 10, right? What's up, Dagger or DAGR?
Are we taking the over/under? Okay, I'll go with the over.
Yeah. It's like, do you have more monitors than Rob has comics hanging on the wall behind him? 2 or 3.
2 to 3. But how many windows are open on each monitor?
Yeah, how many different?
You got a 40. I got a 42-inch monitor here, and it's got 27 windows open.
Yeah.
We figured that was it.
Only have 2. Nice. I've got my laptop and then a second monitor, but I only ever use a second monitor for work because like I got a 15-inch MacBook Pro that's big enough for everything I need to do and has a high enough resolution.
15-inch? Wow.
Now, this computer's got an old, probably like 15-inch monitor right here, flat screen. Yeah. It's like 10, 20 years old. And then I've got a bigger monitor over here to do all the work on.
I mean, every once in a while, I'll hook up a second monitor for this
thing. We're comparing monitor sizes? All right, well. I have one. I have one in front of me that's a 34-inch ultra wide.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So
I don't have any. I got all small ones.
So it's super wide, and then I have a 24-inch off to the side here that is hooked up to a cable streaming box. That's where I'll have like YouTube will stream on that while or Hulu or whatever I want to watch while I'm working throughout the day. And then this one monitor toggles between my computers.
Yeah, my other system in the other room, my actual gaming system's got. I don't know how big they are, probably 24-inch and then a smaller one to the left.
If I'm working from home, I hook up my work computer to the second monitor and use my work computer, and then I also have this laptop, my MacBook running other shit on the side. But
we're talking.
I don't cross the streams. My work shit and my life shit don't cross.
Well, I like to have one setup, so I have one keyboard, one mouse, one chair, one everything.
Yeah, I get
so it's an A/B switch that toggles between my work computer, my home computer, and then I have 2 cameras on top of the monitor, depending upon which work system one for each computer. Because the A/B switch for the cameras, for whatever reason, introduced all kinds of issues. So it's easier just to buy a second camera. Hey, there you are. Now back to those mystery boxes. So you got a few coming. I have a Jack B box coming.
I got a Jack B coming.
I have an IRF Authentics coming, which when that gets here, I got to record that unboxing because I'm going to record it with Ruben again. He's going to join me to record the unboxing. So I unbox it in front of him, let him talk about the components, and then cool. I think we're going to take a look at Thursday. Try to get one of the
I thought
the Wink boxes.
Oh yeah.
I thought about it, but I'm officially about down to if I pay the guy off of the axe, I'll be somewhere at about $70 on my own account.
It's I wonder if there are any of Wink's books at all. Like because he's got different partners for each round of boxes so far. Like the first one was Nerd Nostalgia, and this one is Grant's Comics. So I don't know. Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking I'm going to skip this one just because I don't have the money.
Grant's Comics he's a real nice guy. Like I remember the kind of
Grant's great. We used to get boxes from him all the time.
Yeah, but he was more of the volume over quality kind of stuff. But he was throwing fun shit. Like he threw in like a Moon Knight Omnibus and stuff, and like a bunch of other fun crap in the boxes. But they're never high value when I did it. So like,
didn't we get like those prints from him the one time?
I got that one. Yeah. It's still at my dad's house, but I got a Moon Knight hanging on the wall from him. So
yeah, I've got X-Men 100 or whatever that cover is, or Wolverine out in front. Just a print of it.
They were fun, but yeah, it's just kind of like we were talking about the T-Rabbits. Like I don't and stuff like. What's up, Chop? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see. I don't need volume of books anymore. Like
no, that's why
I ever did. But like, what's up, Eric? How you doing, buddy?
That's what I figured. I'll round out my next mystery box with stuff I don't keep from Jack B and stuff I don't keep from T Rabbits and stuff I don't keep from Jason.
Well,
so in other words, watch old man open up his mystery boxes for a preview into his next mystery box.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Now, Rob, for your Jack B, did you like like you don't have it yet, so no spoilers. But did you choose like Marvel or DC for your keys? Just curious.
I think I said either or.
Either, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, he changed out a few things when I redid mine.
Yeah,
but everyone thinks this is weird. I thought it was kind of cool, so I'm gonna throw it in my next box.
There you go. You can win an axe with Eddie's fingerprints on it, so that would have some value.
Yes, especially if you want to commit murder.
Yeah.
A friend of mine got one of those laser etchers, and he wanted to go nuts, but then it cost.
What else do you do with a fucking laser etcher other than like
I don't know.
Yeah,
I was gonna do a Hot Wheel for fun.
Is it? It's not a glow forge. Those are different, right?
I have no clue what it is. He told me what it was once, and it's just he's a mechanic here in town.
If anybody in the audience knows what you actually could do with a laser etcher, let us know in the
etch things with lasers.
Well, again, what can you actually etch without like burning through it? I mean, I'm guessing you can do wood. I'm guessing metal settings and stuff.
Basically, it's like engraving, except with lasers, I suppose.
I'm guessing it's kind of like a glow forge, or maybe it is a glow forge. Where you have different settings.
Back in the day, if I was still doing Hot Wheel, customizing, I would have loved to have those because you take all the metal off of it. You could do some. I've seen people do really intricate stuff. Sometimes cut out intricate stuff.
Yeah, jewelry. Good call. That's So Eddie, you can finally get that nose ring you've been wanting.
Nipple rings.
Prince Albert.
I did make.
That was the longest Eddie has ever been quiet on a channel ever, folks.
with a chain rope to connect them all.
Yeah, exactly.
I did head to Vegas on Saturday, take the kid down to the airport, and I went around places, and I walked into Cosmic Comics, and that 181 Chrome I kept on seeing that everyone has. They want like $10-12 for it. It's a reprint of 181, but it's
facsimile, yeah.
The
Hulk or
Hulk
the Batman or the
there's Hulk 181. They had the Hulk 181 Chrome. I'm like, I was gonna buy it for like $8 each, or I don't know how much it was online, but they had 3 stacks this big sitting.
Well, there you go. So you can get it laser engraved. So in case your junk's not recognizable enough, you can get an engaged Prince Albert, or not engaged, engraved. Words are hard.
Well, when I go to the shop tomorrow, Eddie, I can see if they still have one at my shop. They'll probably sell it at cover price.
No. That's what I'm saying. I picked up 3 at cover.
Oh, gotcha.
But a lot of them are damaged. I looked through about their entire stack, and the upper top has this one for some reason. It's like a bluish area in the upper left-hand side of this, and if you got to really look, because it has like a kind of looks like just a weird crease thing, a half circle. It doesn't look like something that could happen by dropping them, but I seriously went through about 30 of them to find 3 good ones. And a lot of them had little nicks along the edges. And I just picked up 3 for fun. They're not going to be worth anything, but I'm never going to get a 181.
Let's talk about the conspiracy theory that like every series that has a 181, that's a key issue. There's a lot of them. I mean, there's like
I don't even. I guess I don't think.
Well, there's Batman for sure with Poison Ivy. There's Hulk, and then there's is X-Men a key? Not sure. But there's also there's another one I'm missing in there too.
I don't think X-Men 181 is a big deal, but I know I have it. I'm just wondering.
I mean, I know there's another. I know there's a third I'm missing somewhere in there, but like
Daredevil.
Daredevil is Daredevil Elektra? It might be, or it's a Bullseye or one of those.
Yeah, one of those books.
Yeah.
181 is the Brood.
168 is Elektra, so it's not.
It's not Daredevil 181 is that. God, what is this?
No, X-Men's just first. It's just appearance of Sunfire.
All right.
Yeah, Death of Elektra, Bullseye, and Kingpin appearance. That's the Death of Elektra is 181.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
180. Oh, Avengers 181 is first Scott Lang. Not as big of a key, but still.
I've actually got that one, and I've got a graded version of that.
Death of Elektra. Thanks, Eric. Yeah. That's catch up, Kevin. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's I don't like. Yeah, I mean, not okay. It's not every series is 181, but it's still like when Eddie's like 181. I'm like, do you mean Marvel?
Yeah,
like
it's not like it's not the only one.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is.
But
oh, they also had like the first Phoenix, the first appearance of Phoenix, $3.99 book was out. So yeah, it's the.
Nice.
The part that has the weird thing on it is right over in here. It's like a half circle, like a weird marking. I've seen it on a bunch of them.
How you doing?
I just picked it over in good shape. That's all. Just why not? I guess Cosmic Comics like gets a crap ton of them. I mean, they buy hundreds of books usually. So
I just learned the other day. I guess because I'm not. Maybe I'm not hip to the knowledge, or maybe I just don't go on stupid, speculative, weird stuff enough. But whatever reason, I came across the fact that Spider-Man 1, that, the McFarlane Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, the different colored one, yeah.
Yeah, there's apparently some error variants.
Yeah, the black, the silver
there's
edition.
There's two different error variants.
The one I know was a silver edition where I think, the lizard's like purple or red.
There's
or
one where he's like blue or
Yeah.
something, and the other one where he's like beige or orange or something. And
I checked all mine. I never had one.
You could not pay me enough to give a shit.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't either.
Well, the book in the error variant apparently goes for quite a bit, so maybe you could.
Yeah.
That's the reason I checked.
I mean, if you have one,
I take it back.
Not that you would go out and go get one.
No, I'm a dirty whore. I was just
about to use those words, knowing that you are a dirty whore.
What's up, Bobby? How you doing, buddy? Like, you could not pay me enough to like not turn around and flip that book for cat. It's not like
that's all I would do.
Not a book I would ever collect.
So somebody wants to pay me how much for a Spider-Man one? Here you go. I probably got them from that Spider-Man booth for $5 a pop.
Like that Spawn #1, where like on the inside cover it's like a sketchy print job.
Oh yeah, that's the normal
or whatever.
But there's more of those than there isn't.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but like any of that, or even like the Dazzler where the ad page is printed in black and white. I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck.
I bought 10 Dazzlers.
The Secret Wars with the blue Galactus.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all the first prints have got a glue.
Yeah,
one of the pawn shops was actually Gold and Silver in downtown St. George. Somehow got a comic book collection in probably about 2 years ago, and I went back in there to look around. They had like 20 copies of Dazzler #1, and they were charging $2 each. I'm like, I'll take all the decent ones.
I mean, I will flip them. Don't get me wrong. I am, but like, and like, if I knew to look like for the blue lizard or whatever, I'd go like look for every cap like the comic shop just to see. But like, I just don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not. It's not the people that collect whatever the fuck you want. Obviously, like, but like, if you're counting on that to be a good investment.
Oh no, I'm not saying.
No. I'm not saying
more like. Yeah. It's more one of those things. Like I stumbled on it. I don't remember how I came across the information on it finally.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there and I go, oh, that's I was why is one of those so much? And then I read into it and I'm like, oh, well, I got a whole stack of those in the garage. I guess I should at some point go through them just to see, because if somebody's stupid enough to want to pay $500 for one, then you know what?
Just think you might have already given one away on an Only Slabs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, could have. You never know. I give away some silly stuff sometimes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, the details are in Key Collector. That's where I stumbled onto it. I think I was doing some checking on keys for a mystery box. I think for this Thursday's mystery box is what it was that'll run for when I roll up the little tracker of what the values are. I was also checking to see if any of them were keys, because none of us can know every single key.
No,
and it's interesting to know in a mystery box whether you got any keys or not, even if there's not necessarily a book that I care about. if I want to kick it down the road to somebody in a giveaway box, I like to have a note. Oh, hey, yeah, this is the first appearance of Taylor's grandma.
There you go.
In comics.
Now, do you guys think key collector is good or bad for the industry?
Bad. I don't know. I look through it every week to look if I'm at a shop and I'm looking. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'll sometimes look and see what people are looking for.
For me, so I think it really depends on how it's used and everything else, right? As far for me, I don't care, but I don't use it for any purpose other than strictly looking whether or not something has some sort of, is it a key or not? Because I don't know them all. Sure. And obviously some of the things that they list as keys are obviously a stretch, and you go, yeah, okay, that's not a key. Thanks, move along. But it's a convenient tool that works relatively well from that aspect. But as far as all the rest of the stuff that they have there, I've never bothered to go through it, so I couldn't say. But I mean, obviously, any of these things that, whether they're top 10 lists, whether they're any of these types of things, that can steer and influence where people go. There again, it's the eye of the beholder. So it's like if you're a person who how you like to collect, then it's a potentially a great tool. But if you're a person who thinks that, man, people are just, you're a sheepdog and you're just moving people here to here, and somebody's potentially finding a way to abuse that by, I have a huge stack of this, I'm going to somehow make my book on this list and everyone's going to go looking for it, and now I can sell it all, then there's probably better ways of doing that than key collector. I mean, you could open up an Instagram page and tell everybody, don't, fuck FOMO, but hey, let's create FOMO for one.
Last week, Turok week. I mean,
let's fuck FOMO, but we're gonna have FOMO over one issue for 1 week, and
I mean, like any tool, it probably is how it's used, but like it does seem like it's really changed the industry a fair amount.
I think if it wasn't there, at least from the aspect of how I functionally use it, if it wasn't there, there'd be something else that had, the key information.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess was there anything before it? Not really, or not like an easy database.
Yeah. I mean, not as easy searchable that I'm aware of. I mean, obviously, if I go into, Go Collect or Cover Price or whatever,
Go Collect and Cover Price had it.
They'll mention the keys. If and obviously if I bring up a book in CLZ, it'll bring up its keys from its database. I don't know where they're pulling their database from. CLZ claims it's not Key Collector, so I don't know where their database is that they're connected to. But it's. Again, I think it's really just the eye of the beholder. It's everything, like any tool, it can be good or bad, just how it's used, right?
It's just sort of like the market theory that kind of bugs me a bit, or the week to week. Like,
I'll look at it.
I mean, there's always been like a stock marketization of the comic industry, but like, it's happening at such a rapid fucking pace now because of like the internet, obviously, and all this shit. It's like, holy crap, man! Like,
well, it was a big thing to do when you were sitting around home broke or bored and didn't need something to do. I think it's slowing down because and I think there's still people. Look, there are certain people who are still doing I'm going out finding collections and I'm trying to flip these collections, and there always were, right? And there's probably a few more people doing it, that are still trying to make a go of it. But I think that there's some people who legitimately, maybe during the pandemic, that's what they thought they were going to make a go of it, and are finding that it's harder than they thought it was. Once you got out of that pandemic mode, and I think I've seen a few people getting out of that business, or indicating that potentially they're scaling back and going back into a real job and thinking about this. But it's never going to go away. I mean, any collectible, that's collectibles. Yeah, collectibles in general will always have.
The pandemic did give people false collectible hope.
They did.
Or like the idea that like these books are never coming down in value. It's always going to climb, and variant covers, and like we've got gold mines in our.
They've come down. They've come down.
Well, but for the almost the entirety of when people were stuck at home, they didn't. And then like all of a sudden, when you could get out and like jerk off in public again or whatever, like then the prices run.
There's two basic ways essentially that if you're trying to make money doing it. There's two basic ways you're making money from the comic books, right? There's the short term and there's a long term, just like with stocks. You're either dealing short term and you're dealing with junk bonds and stuff, and you're buying stuff in hopes that something hits and at low margins and hope that you can hit the flash in the pan on it, and enough, if you do enough of them, that your hits will make up for your losses and such. But at the same time, the long term is always if you're in it, whether it's you're collecting and it happens to be a secondary investment as a secondary thing, you're going to obviously, your values on the long term almost always return better yields than short term. But at the same time, once it gets to the long haul, then you have the other problem that happens with comics is once I have a collection of 30,000-40,000 comics, it's like, okay, it might have a paper value of all this, but then you got to sell it.
Good luck getting rid of it.
Right. Yeah. And honestly, like, given the fact that, like, and this is newer enough that, like, what's up, hey, Gary? How you doing, buddy? Like, a long time no see. I'll be in Appleton this weekend. We should get a drink or something. But the fact that, like, and this has changed obviously since the MCU, is that, like, comic value seems to be tied to other media. Like Hulk 181 and 180 always had some value and stuff, or whatever. Like, maybe that's bad.
Yeah, but since the movies and stuff,
but now, like, first appearances, and then like if the movie's good, it'll go like this. But if movie's bad,
I got some examples over here.
They all go like this. It's just how long is that curve, right?
Sure, and it's whether or not
if it's crap, it comes back down really fast.
And
hard.
It's just a matter of, like,
if it's good, it's a slower term. So, like, when I look at stuff like the first appearance of Mysterio, that was a much longer rundown. But he's no longer pertinent in the MCU and stuff like that. And that's just the nature of people getting eyeballs on things, and then people going, hey, this character's coming out. Okay, now I want to go get this. So people want to go get those things. And so it's no different. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going through a bit of the new 90s right now, Jack, honestly, with some of it. But
I like none of the new stuff that I care for.
Look, I remember, I think it was like the first time I remember seeing it big was in the early 80s. I think it was. I remember hearing some stories. That's the first time I remember hearing a story about, like, a copy of Action Comics or Superman 1 selling for a really huge amount of money at an auction. And then all of a sudden, like, everybody wanted to bag and board all their books. And they wanted to start getting in, and they wanted to start collecting comics, right? Late 80s, maybe into the early 90s. And it just kind of really went, and everybody thought they were going to make money off of that stuff, right? And then sure, the market went with that, and that's great. And now anybody who's tried to sell something knows the vast majority of the late 80s, 90s books, you could barely give them away, right? Yeah. Even X-Men 1. Okay, well, there's 8 million copies of them. So the fact that you can even get somebody to give you 40 or 50 bucks for a near mint copy is quite hilarious. But it is. And
speaking of 181, Jack, when are you going to tell me that I won the first Poison Ivy? When is that going down?
You didn't, because I won. I already slipped them an extra 100.
Yeah, I know. My box has left the building, but it's still far from here. Yeah. It's probably not going to be here till Friday, I bet.
Yeah, Death of Superman. That was a big crazy thing. Yeah,
I was working at a comic shop during Death.
Everybody running down to buy copies of that. How much?
The problem is they had to bag that comic because it was so fucking god awful on the inside that, like, you're like, holy shit.
What was the print run on that? Jesus,
that was many. That was got to be up there.
Also, during that was the Batman Joker one. The Death of Robin also came right in that time.
Well, I mean,
that was a little before that, but yeah,
all these event gimmicks used to at least drive the market. Now it's not event gimmicks; it's movies that drive the market. So,
yeah, but I mean, ultimately, that's how the market changes on that stuff. It's just if ultimately at the end of the day, if you're just a collector who wants to collect and hold on to stuff because it makes you feel like a dragon, and this is all my gold, and my pile of gold is big. Don't you come try to steal my gold, or I'll breathe fire on you.
Nerdy girl make that?
You hobbit.
That's a pure Rob. Look at Rob's gold hoard behind him.
Yep. Oh, now, just I was just thinking about with the mystery boxes again. Looking at. I don't if it's not really the Wink Ink ones. To me now, it's no longer really Wink Ink's books. He's just promoting. He's having somebody else make all the boxes.
Change topics.
And then I'm just, but still $40 and you're gonna get a slab. It's kind of weird. I mean, I might try for a $40 one, but still, I'm
probably not going. Well, yeah, it's probably nothing exciting, right? It's congratulations. There'll be something that's killing the children. Number 9, the third printing.
I'm just trying to think.
It'll be one of the billions of books people were like slabbing during the pandemic that have no value.
It just doesn't feel like him anymore. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, because they're probably not.
Yeah, and I'm like, ew. So it makes me wonder. I'm kind of like,
well, he's curating them, but the
how do you really curate somebody else's stuff?
First print? That's actually a lot lower than I thought. Scott, I'm ignoring you, Eddie. I get it. I get what you're saying. Like Wink has gone weird and disappeared, but like,
I know.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to see us in Heroes, but we didn't see him in Heroes. But yeah, I mean, it's at the end of the day, what are you gonna do, right? If you want to, when you go to move it, you're not going to get what you thought you were what its value is, unless you're going to sit there and try to piece it all out, and then that just takes forever. And that's why all I do is I do this, man. Like I tell my kids, I've walked them over to the wall and I've given them an idea. I said what these things values were. And I said, here's all I want you to do. When I die and you get stuck with this shit, I just don't want you to put these out for a fucking $1 at the goddamn garage sale or something. Understand that some of these have some true value. Do some homework. Even if you end up giving
$1,
even if you end up giving away 90% of the collection, get your value on some of these things.
That guy that like I had the collection that I'm trying to help move. He's meeting up with some people this weekend, thankfully, or I'll potential buy this weekend, and then maybe another one next week. And like somebody sat him down before I saw the books, and like they went and built a sort of janky spreadsheet where he was trying to give him retail value on each of the issues. And then like when he talked to me and he's like, I don't want to break these up or sell them individually, but I want to get value for them. I'm like, dude, you got one or the other, because like. And then he's like, well, the spreadsheet says it's worth $42,290. I'm gonna ask for that. I'm like, you're fucking nuts. Like
no one's paying him.
Yeah. You're out of your goddamn mind. I'm like, Bill. His name's Bill. I'm like, you're gonna be lucky if you get 25 for him, because like you have a couple key really big books in there in various conditions, and that's gonna be what people are gonna buy, and they're gonna use either they're gonna sell everything, either they're gonna buy those and keep those, or they're gonna buy those, sell those, and then take the next 2 years to sell everything else. They're not like
there's a time and effort, go into it. A fluctuating market and a risk, and I have to take it all on, and I have to go through it all, and all this other crap. And
let me know where you keep the key to your house, there, Gary. Okay.
Yeah, you're not even going to get half. I mean, you could pick a few of those books and say, okay, this is what
And when we were talking, but you have to good books. He's got like a Daredevil 1, a Fantastic Four number 1 in the very low grade, but still Fantastic Four number 1. 48, 49 in much better shape. And like, he's got some books in there, but like these guys have got like a whole lot of Tale to Astonish and a whole lot of like, books that have some value, but like,
that's where you could sit there and say, look, if you want to pick out 10 or so, they are the big ones that you want to sit there and you want to take those and sell those individually, but you still got to leave some good stuff in the bulk, so that way when you sell the bulk that people want them, so
and like if you're gonna sell them in bulk, like just know that like other people are gonna not give you, like, because and I said, I'm like, if you really want value for these, take these 5 books and go get them slabbed. And then that aligns with the market, and the market will the values there. Like raw books of that dollar amount are tricky, because like it's subjective.
You're not going to get it.
Like me, but like a collector will be like, oh, somebody CGC said it's a 2.0. Okay, then that's the value range right there. Then we have a good number to work with, and we can get it sold. But like he's like, I don't want to do any of that. I'm like, well then.
It's exactly why I'm not buying any more X-Men when it comes to that. It's all going to be slab now. I got burned by too many raw copies saying it's this, but I'm not. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Jack, good point.
Hopefully they'll fall into mine.
Guys, if I die, it's in the back room there. Have at it. I don't do shit.
Did you move? Are you moving yet, or no? What's going on with that?
I couldn't find a new. No. Like, because of the time of the table, I'm here for another year probably.
So no, where are you going this week? You said you were leaving.
Just up to my dad's house. And nothing exciting, but like he's going out of town, and so I'm going up to watch the dog and hang out with my dog, and like
I can send you a dog.
Possibly going to get a drink with Gary at Red Hammer, and then like wander around Appleton a little bit and taking it easy. But like my dog could not survive. Like my dad's going camping, and my dog would die on a camping trip. He would eat every branch and need intestinal surgery. And he's not a nature dog. He's a couch bulldog. So yeah,
hey, I resemble that.
Yeah,
that's what is down in Vegas too, and a lot of grumpy people who
that's the other thing. Like
high.
I mean, are young people reading comics really? Like I don't ever see.
Can they afford to?
No, and like, can we? But like, I don't ever see. Like, I don't see young people at LCSs or anything. I mean, Red Hammer, Gary Ebo, Norman Ryder, or somebody else that hangs up more than.
I at least in mine, I do. I see millennials and stuff, but millennials have money nowadays. I don't know how many Gen Z I would see.
Yeah.
Because even the shop I sell out of, they do Funkos they care about and their cards and cards, Funkos, and they skip the comics.
I see younger ones there, but they're there for the gaming.
Yep. There's a shop in town that does extremely well. Basically, they just sell cards, games. There's 30, 40 people in the sitting area playing different versions of Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or whatever.
My LCS has a whole back room. It's all gaming stuff, and they did gaming table stuff. They did summer camps, Dungeons and Dragons summer camps, and Pokemon summer camps, and Magic the Gathering summer camps, and stuff. So
that person here,
that's really scary. They get some. I mean, I consider that in my age, early 20s is fucking young. So like,
yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they all want the newer books, which is fine. But
yeah, I mean, well, I probably would feel the same way as a younger reader.
Good, we can sell them all that newer. We can sell them. You can sell them the '90s X-Men #1, and they can go, oh my god, that book is so old.
You just described all of Whatnot right now, Rob. So like, I mean,
really, I don't know. I haven't been on Whatnot.
It's still all a year. 4,000 variant covers. I'm like.
Yeah, I look on there.
It's good.
And all the older stuff now is grown in price so bad you can't even sign. There's starting bids at $30, $40, $50 for raw copies, and you're like, well, what's
are they worth that though?
No,
I don't know.
Not most of them. Not that I've seen.
I don't mind paying $30, $40.
No. Yeah, he's talking like anything silver or bronze. They start at a very high price, and a lot of because they don't have any of the viewers, and they don't have the numbers. There's people. The numbers are all in the modern streams, and so you get people trying their damnedest to sell off their old collection or trying to sell the old books on there for.
I'm starting to think some of the companies like that Spider-Man booth them are starting to have problems. I really think they're still trying to dump still doing their 100 of mystery boxes, and you get the same shit every time.
Well, yeah, so, I mean that's when you have a volume to move, you got to figure out how to move it. So.
Yeah. Well, what was it? Unknown Comics had like they're special now. Two CGC books for what? $70, $75 or something.
Yeah.
So they're basically they have so many graded books that nobody wants. I mean, I did a few of those when they were doing like the try to win artwork from so and so, and it just became.
Jack, I think that a lot of that is probably because like that's how most people that I know at least were introduced to the X-Men was during that run, so like that's their childhood nostalgia is the Claremont and Byrne now, and like because they're not the Silver Age stuff is great, but like that's not like most people's X-Men involves Wolverine, or Nightcrawler, like the
the Silver Age stuff is still. I mean,
which is why I changed my tune and picked up a GSX-1.
Yeah, I am not knocking it. I love what you're doing, Eddie. I think it's great. I'm just saying that like for you in your childhood too, like your childhood would have been was Claremont. Yeah,
probably about starting for me would have been about 175, 165 area. I think is when I started collecting. Yeah. Maybe 175, but my first books I really got into them, were 180 and up. I mean, I picked up by mistake. I picked up a 9.6 version of this when I had 9.4 just because I loved Nimrod as a character back then. And now
the first ones I remember reading were the first ones I ever really read X-Men wise were the classic X-Men, which are just the reprints of the Art Adams covers and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the classics came out later on in my time.
They did, but like I mean, I'm talking like when I was 13. That was like about when I first started reading
X-Men. My wife's got a big run of those.
If I really had to think back, what book got me going was weird, and it's still one of my favorite covers. And I don't have any. It's just
Spider-Man 2099 #1.
No, Secret Wars number 7. I don't know why. And then I went back. That's like the month I started collecting. I remember because I had to go back at 1 through 6. And I don't know.
I don't remember what number 7 was, but all right.
It had Captain America on it. It kind of had that weird pink background.
Oh yeah, sure.
Captain America's head. I don't know why that one. Then I picked up all the Wolverine, the Wolverine books, the 1 through 4. When I found out he had his own series.
Yeah.
It was like they were like $5 each.
When Wolverine first got that, like when he was Patch and Madripoor, I fucking hated it.
Oh, that's later on. Yeah, I hated that series.
I was like, this is so stupid.
I bought it, but I really didn't care about it.
Yeah, Nimrod was an insult for me growing up too, Jack. But like, Claremont was running out of names by that point. So
I mean, back when I was doing shows, back at that time, I should have picked up like all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 through 4. I should have picked up all that kind of stuff. I'm like going back and smacking.
Oh yeah, I should have known, and I should ahead of time.
Well, no, because we were interested in them, and
every major key.
I have them. I've got number 1 through, but they're all like 4th prints, 3rd prints. I mean,
yes. If we all go back in time, I would have just watched fucking Apple stock and called it a day, or like pick one stock you couldn't remember, and like, but yeah, or Jordan rookie cards, or whatever. Like, pick your poison. Like,
I had a Ricky Henderson rookie card, the brown, the bordered one with the wood on it. I have, who knows where it is. That one in good shape's worth a lot. It's somewhere out there because I did collect. I was collecting I was a Yankees fan back in the day, so that's the only cards as a kid that I collected. So I've got a bunch of Dave Winfield and all that stuff from somewhere in a box.
I mean, at some point I had an ASM 300 that I probably sold for $5 in a box or shit.
I sold mine.
That's right. You have another ASM 300. You're fine.
I do. You guys can buy it. It's mere $10,000 on it. I dropped the price a little on eBay.
I had a 300 in perfect shape. I sold for $30. Never got another one. So, oh well. Then I found my 90, my 298 and 299. Got those both graded and sold those for $1,200, I think. So I did pretty good on it.
Only 408K. Yeah. That's still the fact that like there was print runs of like that many books.
Is that the one with the hologram on it?
It's X-Men. What Jim Lee X-Men one?
Oh, okay, because I know the hologram one had some weird printing error front covers too. I've heard about that make it worth way too much money. The book ain't worth shit.
Oh.
Hey, I don't know.
It is what it is. I mean,
I don't have $200,000 worth of Magic the Gathering cards too, but those are gone. When I got rid of them, they were worth a few hundred.
No, Eddie, as long as you live, you can probably see you never pulled tape off of Doctor Strange's dick.
That's true. You've done that.
Yeah, live on camera, while a bit inebriated. So
that was I ended up with that book for a little while.
Yeah,
it changed.
It's still worth a little bit of money, but even in that condition, that was just my.
Yeah, I think it was like ended up being like $30 in the end. Is what I put it in the box at.
Yeah,
something like that.
That's right, Scott. It doesn't even make any sense because Eddie said he only collected Yankees players, and we know that Ricky Henderson wasn't a rookie with the Yankees.
I know he didn't say but Henderson. I did go back and get his other cards. I know the white one, but there's a
back when he was on a good team.
Yeah, it was an A's card, I think. The one I'm thinking of.
Yes, it was.
Yes, and it had the brown border on it, and that's what I remember about it. I'm not sure if it's this exact rookie, but for some reason that one
there's only one rookie card.
Yeah, it came out like for some reason that card
was an early career card. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you have a Willie Mays Hayes rookie card?
Willie Mays Hayes.
Great movie.
It was a movie. I don't know if it was a great movie, but it was a movie.
It was a fun movie.
It was a fun movie. Yeah.
Yeah. But there you go.
Speaking of which, the early reviews that I've seen for Barbie, not so great.
Oh no, I am wrong. You're right. It wasn't the brown border one. I brought up the picture. It was 80. It was the white border one with him batting with the A's with his signature. Yeah, I had that card at one time. Nowhere near
Scott. He's got nothing else to do.
Yep. I had to look and find the one.
At one time, I used to have 5 gold bricks.
What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy?
It's down in price. Damn.
I used to have some Bitcoin. No, I never really did. But
no,
I do still. I have a tiny bit on Coinbase. I put $50 in the Coinbase once, and it's worth
Taylor,
nothing now.
You know what? One day I ate spaghetti.
Well, nice. I had baked ziti for dinner, and I'm paying for my sins right about now. So
there you go. So old man,
in about 20 minutes, I'm getting off camera.
Now it's time for you to tell us your pasta story, because that's the way you've been going.
Yeah. Well,
you invented pasta? Wow, that's
I did invent pasta.
All right, there you go.
Actually,
I thought blame Canada. The Canadians clearly invented pasta.
That's right, Vet. You did post me.
You had 4.2 Bitcoin. There you go. Wow.
Comic Vet did. I don't know. Sent me something about an X-Men thing, and I haven't even had a chance to look at it yet on Instagram.
It was top 5 covers or something. Did he want
some challenge?
Yeah, top 5 covers, I think.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh, I just haven't had a chance to even look into it. It's been those weeks, 10-hour days at work, and the dogs have taken over now. We have to cage them now. 2 of them just will not stop.
It depends, Scott. Was it homemade, or was you just dump out a can and microwave it or whatever?
Yeah, but that's rice. That's not pasta.
Well, it counts if it counts if it came in a can. I'm allowing it. It's my channel, Eddie. Fuck off. The can. There we go. True bachelor life. I respect that, Scott. Would you eat it out of a upside down World War II helmet or something too? Not that I can just picture you doing that, but kind of.
What are all these? Holy shit!
Rob found something.
Yeah, Rob found some variant covers.
No, they're just banger after banger. I'm just looking to see what they are.
Jesus.
I forget sometimes what these things are. I have them written on
random white boxes.
No,
Rob. So far, Rob's got 3 flat boxes he's forgotten to open. 4.
I'm just waiting. Jack B's box will be here this week. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little delayed opening it, Jack. We're still around.
There you go. There's 6 of them.
Jeez.
So that's.
Are they all from the same person?
No. Well, some of them are from short boxed, but
all right,
that's short boxed.
If this mystery box does sell, I think I'm going to try for an X-Men
short box
3 or 4.
Nice.
Or they're going to be really low grade.
Short boxed.
Jeez.
Did you finally get a 12, Eddie?
No, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12.
Gotcha.
So a 0.5 may cost me like $400 or $500 already. Even that's how bad they're at right now.
Oh, I know. I'm just gonna be out of town. I might be able to catch it and bring it into the house tomorrow before I leave, and that's about it. So
yeah, mine won't be here for I think till Friday. I'm guessing it just left your town today. I think
mine's in Madison, but I live much closer to Jack. So
yeah, I know.
It's just a matter of when the mail gets here tomorrow, and I do want to catch it because it'll go to we have a key fob common mail room, but I don't trust it. So
you're screwed.
Yeah, 4 of those are from short boxed.
On the plus side, I did for my work tomorrow. I did say I'm gonna go drop off flyers around the town for a study that's not recruiting so well, so I can stop in and
Yeah, you can mess around and do whatever you want.
Well, no, I have to actually do a little bit of work. If anyone from work is watching, I'm dropping flyers off at my building, so fuck you.
That's not bad. Is a number 12 up on eBay for $589, 4.0, first Juggernaut.
There you go.
Yeah.
What are the big 2 and 3 aren't really big keys, are they?
I think 3. I forgot which one is. One of them is. I'm not.
Same here, Chris. I've never had a bad Jack B box. Always been quality books and a lot of fun. So.
What?
Chris, you goddamn Canadian. It's a 608-210-5454. Go ahead. So. And that goes for any of you. If you want to get recruited for a drug study and want to take some experimental drugs, you can call that work number and go read comic books all weekend and get paid for it.
See, number 2 will be probably the easier one. That's the first appearance of Vanisher, which nobody really cares about.
No, but it's it's still obviously X-Men 2.
Second appearance of everybody else.
Yeah.
And here's a 3.5 for $900. My mystery box will, if it sells out, will get me one of maybe the 5 I need. So that's kind of the plan now.
Get whichever one you can figure the best deal on. That's what I would do.
3, I think, is one of the. I think 3 is a big one. I forget. Yeah, 3 is first appearance of the Blob.
Oh yeah.
So 3. So the big one's 4 that I was thinking about. That's the big one.
4 is Magneto or 4 Quicksilver.
Magneto, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver.
Yeah.
That's the one that is like going to be 1 and 4. I think are going to be the bane of my existence. If you can't find them, it's not going to happen. I think I've got.
Did you buy a Mega Millions and a Powerball, Eddie? You never know.
Oh, but we did. My wife went in with all the people at her work and didn't get crap either. When we were up in Idaho, we picked up some tickets up in Idaho and
Idaho. And anyways,
it's only buying.
Nobody won the Powerball, so it's going up to $1 billion.
Which means this weekend we're going to go Saturday morning. We'll be taking a drive down to Beaver. I don't know wherever. And
Jesus, it's like Scott is like, let's go out to the lobby. Is it one of those?
My wife thinks she's always going to win. I don't mind, so I let her handle that part.
Oh, I know I'm not going to win ever, but it's fun to daydream and fun to figure out what I would do. First thing I do, shut down my channel, change my name, unfriend all of you fuckers, and then
come on over, Taylor.
Yeah.
I'll come visit you up in Appleton.
There you go. Yeah.
With the Marvel axe. It did come out pretty cool. At first I didn't like that weird color changing on it, but that's just when it heats up the metal. So, and that the dark areas on that came out a little weird. But for a giveaway, I really don't care if they don't. It's only going in for fun.
We have Hakuna Matata and full circled our way back to the axe, people. This is But on the plus side, we have talked about comics more tonight than we have on this show probably in the past ever.
True. Oh, tonight,
yeah.
One of my favorite shows, a new version of it comes out tonight. Can you guess?
Justified.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's not streaming till 1 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're freaking kidding me.
I like that show. I don't think I ever saw the final season, so I might try and watch that before I watch the new one. But
the new one's about, from what I can tell, it's about his daughter, and she's all grown up.
Yeah, well, it's based on a different Elmer Leonard, and it's in Detroit. That much I know. So, but talk about cutting price. There you go. There's your ad for the mystery box. You just need to have Jack write your tagline for the mystery boxes. We're cutting prices left and right. Like,
Crazy Eddie. Haven't you been? I lived in New York. You know the character.
Yeah,
you lived in New York. You knew who it was.
So which semi-famous wrestler lives in Appleton? I don't know this. I mean, I could.
Dead. I think another one died this week.
Well, I know Willem Dafoe is from Appleton and he hates it and doesn't want to ever admit to it. But
I was just watching. There's a new on Paramount Plus has got an '80s hair band documentary out now. You got the lead singer of Vixen is a Mormon from around here now. You find out.
Is that a 40s swear word or a wrestler?
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. I have no idea what that is. Oh.
You look up. All right. Yep. I have never seen him in Appleton. I think I would recognize him. But he's
Well, there you are then.
Houdini, Houdini. Appleton claims Houdini, but he didn't move here till he was about 6 months old. So it's a lunch meat. There you go. Oh, dude, that reminds me. When I was a kid, I always wanted to try olive loaf, and I don't know why. And then I did, and it was my first major disappointment in life, and life has been all downhill since then.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, that was never anything that appealed to me. That's for sure.
I mean, I liked olives. I liked bologna, and I thought, it was all in one thing. And my mother would never let us get it because this was back when we had the meat markets, and we'd go to the little country market and they'd slice it all fresh. And I get that. Let me get the olive.
Bologna's never fresh.
Well, yes, I know, but again, I was very young, and that was the first major disappointment in my life. So, yeah, It's Willem. It's Willem Dafoe. I think his real name probably actually is William. But I think he had to change it because there was another William Dafoe on the SAG or on the in the Actors Guild, so he changed it to Willem because like I think all his high school friends called him William back in the day. So, anyways, on that note, guys, we got about 10 minutes left before I'm going to die, unless anyone, or we can kill this like a dead horse early, unless someone else has anything riveting to talk about. Eddie, what do you have coming up on your channel, and when are you going to actually have these mystery boxes for sale?
Mystery boxes will be, I think, second week in August. I'm hoping for. So
Nice.
yes, and there will be a bigger box. This will just be thrown into a random box if you really care. If you want something different,
You'll know if you won because the box will be bloody.
Yeah, be heavy as all.
And like, you're gonna throw in a finger or a toe too, like from like the big Lebowski. You get like a Bunny Lebowski toe and wrap it in.
Oh, wait till you see what I have in your next box. I found something almost as creepy as the Toad.
Great.
It's Marvel too.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to pick up more variants while I'm free when I'm in Appleton? Do you want me to ship you more? Or how are you doing? You want some?
I made $100 last month in that shop. Nothing.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you want me to ship you more, I can. But
the only thing that ever sold were the virgins. They've got about 100.
I mean, I got a bunch of. I can ship you more virgins if you want. So.
Well, grab some virgins for now. Some cool covers. Female covers will go well. Other than that, nobody gets the Venoms maybe, but
yeah, there you go. Probably not. Rob, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Yeah, you can.
Mondays we open boxes. Thursday I open boxes. This Thursday it'll be a mystery box. Then Saturday only slabs. We got Philtastic Comics and Arts coming up this week.
The return of only slabs after a hiatus.
That's right, 1 week hiatus. 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Win stuff.
Nice. Cranky Comic Review dropping tomorrow. Spoilers. All the comments were shit. It was a bad fucking week. It was a bad week. And then when I get Jack's box, I'll open it and make a video. And then I have all the rough stacks sorted out for the 1,000 follower giveaway. Like how to win that box show, not the actual giveaway show, but the how to win. The one everyone does. So it'll be U.S. and Canada shipping only because I'm a cheap son of a bitch and I don't want to. I just am. And,
you did ask what I had this week. I just had it up here. Retriever's $38 box on Wednesday, and my final graded CGC books on Friday.
There you go. Everybody watch Eddie and sub them up.
That's about it. Yeah. I'm so far from being anywhere near subbed.
That's all I've got, guys. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna leave this show so I can go poop because I had pasta tonight, which was invented in Canada.
Have a good movement.
Don't be a dick.
Beethoven's Fifth.